So fatty acid. So this is how fatty acid looks like. It's not new. The names you're going to see here is not new. You know from your from 5. Just as usual, we're going to make it specific. So now we have some new groups. So this one here is COOH. COOH. Yang ini kita this one here is the COOH. So normally we write dash COOH. Now dash COOH is carboxylic group. You all are experts in chemistry. This is carboxylic group. Carboxylic group is an acidic group. The name should be somewhere in the 3rd or 4th page. There it's here. Carboxyl group, also known as carboxylic group, COOH. It's supposed to be acidic. Supposed to be acidic. Now that is okay. So this is carboxylic group. If you note, if I were to draw from here, all the way until here, you only have hydrogen and carbon. The one I put in the red box, you only have hydrogen and carbon. Because they only have hydrogen and carbon, this is known as the hydrocarbon chain. So this is the hydrocarbon chain. The one I put in the red box is the hydrocarbon chain. If you note, the hydrocarbon chain always begins with CH. Generally, they begin with CH3. Here is CH3. And if I put a dash, so if you note, this is the simple way of doing it. Each one of these is CH2. CH2, CH2, CH2. How many CH2? It depends on the type of fatty acid. So that means what we can do is we can put this in bracket. In bracket CH2. Now the CH2 got how many? We don't know. So we put N. Another dash. So this is CH2. This is CH3. Now at the end, it ends with what? How many CH2? We don't know. Like for example, if I count here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So if I want to label this one specifically, here the N I have to change it to 16. The N I have to change it to so this one kena tukar jadi 16. Because there is 16 CH2. But at the moment, we'll just leave it as N, and the ending should be this, which is COOH. So this is the formula for the molecule that you have here. To make it specific, we just change this to 16. So CH3, CH2N, the one I've changed the color into, let's say I change this color into green. The one I've changed into purple, not green, purple is the hydrocarbon chain. The red one is the carboxylic group. So the hydrocarbon chain is the one that is in purple. This whole area is the hydrocarbon chain. The ending is the acid group. That's why you call this a fatty acid. Fatty acid got two types. We are learning about lipid. The main lipid got a few types. There is triglyceride, there is a steroid, there is phospholipid. Three lipid we need to explain: triglyceride, phospholipid, and steroid. Got three. We are explaining the first one. triglyceride. To form triglyceride, we need fatty acid. Fatty acid ada dua jenis. One is saturated fatty acid. What is the meaning of saturated? Saturated means penuh, full. Full of hydrogen atom. By now, you all are chemistry experts. You should know every carbon atom needs 1, 2, 3, 4. Every carbon needs 4 covalent bonds to become a stable atom. Hydrogen needs only 1. Carbon needs 4. Oxygen needs 2. If you check here, there is only 2 covalent bonds. Yeah, you already learned. Yeah, Form 5 already learned. So, if the carbon have 4 covalent bonds, every one of them is single covalent bond. We look only at hydrocarbon chain. We look only inside hydrocarbon chain. Inside the hydrocarbon chain, we look between carbon. That means we are not interested with this one. We are interested with this, between the carbon. If between the carbon, all of them is single covalent bond. In the hydrocarbon chain, between carbon only single covalent bond. This is saturated. That is the definition. Saturated fatty acid is fatty acid that contains only single covalent bonds between carbon atoms in the hydrocarbon chain. In the hydrocarbon chain. Saturated fatty acid are fatty acid that contains only single covalent bonds between carbon atoms in the hydrocarbon chain. Definition 1 mark. If they have only single covalent bond, the number of hydrogen atoms in the hydrocarbon chain is maximum. There is no more place to add in hydrogen. Hydrogen is maximum. In the hydrocarbon chain, hydrogen atom is maximum. That is the meaning of saturated. Penuh. Penuh dengan hydrogen. No more place to add hydrogen. The 2 points I gave you. Saturated fatty acid is fatty acid that contains only single covalent bonds between carbon atom in the hydrocarbon chain. The number of hydrogen atom in the hydrocarbon chain is maximum. If you go here, general formula, I showed you how to get the formula. This formula I just created in front of you. The formula using the molecule. So saturated fatty acid contains only single covalent bonds between carbon atoms in the, many students forget this word, hydrocarbon chain. Single covalent bonds between carbon atom in the hydrocarbon chain. The number of hydrogen atoms in the hydrocarbon chain is maximum. No more place to add hydrogen atom. The word maximum, saturated, penuh. Example, okay, this is stearic acid. And I already asked you to count earlier. Stearic acid, the N must change to what? Stearic acid, the N must change to what number? how many CH2 in the hydrocarbon chain? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Already show earlier. So that means the formula for stearic acid is, that is, if you want to write the long sentence, CH3, no need dash. If you don't know, if you know the number, no need to write the dash. CH3 in bracket CH2 16 COOH. If you combine everything in purple, this is what you get. If you combine everything that I colored in purple, what you get is this. C17H35 COOH. This one, if you want to make it longer, CH3 in bracket CH2 16 COOH. This is the full version. Maybe I use purple color for this. Or you can use this formula. Maybe I use green color for this. It's the same thing. It's your choice. You can use either one. Mana-mana satu boleh lah. Suka hati kamu. Just make sure the 3 is small, the 2 is small, and the 16 is small. That is stearic acid. Stearic acid is not specifically mentioned in the textbook or in your revision books, but I'm following the old syllabus in the sense the old syllabus text, the syllabus mentioned stearic acid, oleic acid. So I'm not sure, I need to check, but you need to know stearic acid. And if a triglyceride, how to form triglyceride, we'll explain after this. If they have only saturated fatty acid, it's normally solid at room temperature. Now, there is a reason why it's solid. I'll explain later. Normally, saturated is solid, animal fat. We are done with saturated fatty acid. We still need unsaturated. For the moment, any question? That's all. While you are answering, I'm a perfectionist, so if it's not right, I don't like. So I need to make sure I change all of this. That looks more like it. Okay, so this is stearic acid. There are partial questions that they ask for the name. They ask for the example. Any question? I have the syllabus. I have the syllabus here. It's right here. Malas na check into the syllabus is right here. Okay, so thanks, but syllabus is already here, so it should be somewhere at page 3. So let's look at lipid, and they did not mention the name. They mentioned triglyceride. They did not mention what triglyceride. So the stearic acid by right is not supposed to know, but if there is a question about saturated, unsaturated, stearic acid is the example for saturated. Oleic acid is the example for unsaturated. Good to know. I would encourage you to know it. If not, I won't put it in the notes. So, but phospholipid got many types. Specifically, you must know lecithin. Steroid got many types. You must know cholesterol. You see, for steroid, they mentioned the name. Cholesterol. Steroid ada banyak. Testosterone, estrogen, progesterone, aldosterone, got many types of steroid. A textbook syllabus mention cholesterol. You must know the diagram of cholesterol. Phospholipid got many types. Syllabus mention lecithin. You must know how to draw lecithin. Exam question will be draw lecithin. Draw cholesterol. They're not going to ask you to draw testosterone because it's not there in the syllabus. Penting, follow the syllabus. Your life becomes easier. Coming back to this. So we were explaining lipid. We are done with saturated. Sometimes what happens is Oh, thanks, Ella. Okay. Sometimes what happens is the number of hydrogen atoms are reduced. For example, if I take this same one, I remove, I'll just erase. I remove this hydrogen and I remove this hydrogen, for example. So when we remove the two hydrogen, both of this carbon is not stable. They have 1, 2, 3. This carbon not stable. 1, 2, 3. This carbon also not stable. So to become stable, one choice is they can bind back with hydrogen. One choice. The other choice is instead of binding back with another hydrogen, these two molecules can form with. Let me check whether I chose the exact middle one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I need to choose this. Okay, this is the one I need to choose. So I'm going to erase this. I'm going to erase this. So now to become stable, one choice is form back the bond with hydrogen, or they can form what we call as double covalent bond. So there is one bond already here. They form another bond. We call this double covalent bond. When a double covalent bond forms, this is where the problem starts. Now I'm going to complain. Last year from 5, many times if you have come for my class, you should know. Every time I use the word covalent, and every time I ask, you all don't learn covalent, you all don't learn because you only write double bond. And that's what Helena is doing now. You're writing that double bond, you didn't write double covalent bond. You learn in chemistry, but in bio, the word covalent bond, they didn't mention. They just use the word bond. So when you don't know the word covalent bond, in bio, for example, so now come here a bit of a problem. Some student might have a problem. So I normally use the word covalent in form for bio. Chemistry, obviously, but for bio, I add in the word covalent because we need it in form 6. This is double covalent bond. My question to you, by making or forming one double covalent bond, the number of hydrogen atom has become more or become less? Miss one. Okay. Has become more or less? Number of hydrogen atom in the hydrocarbon chain. Sudah banyak atau kurang atau tidak berubah? Already less 2. Can I say the number of hydrogen atom is minimum? Can I say minimum? Because earlier we say maximum number of hydrogen atom. Maximum number of hydrogen atom. What is the opposite? Minimum. Can I say this hydrocarbon chain has minimum hydrogen atom? Can I use the word minimum? Minimum number of hydrogen atom, because earlier was opposite. You want to make it minimum, you need to remove all of this. Semua ini kena keluarkan. Baru minimum. At the moment is not minimum. It is less than maximum. Kurang dari maksimum, tapi bukan minimum. Kurang dari maksimum. Kurang berapa? Kurang 2. Can I make another double bond here? Can. We can make double bond by removing these 2. But if there is at least one, sekurang-kurangnya 1 double covalent bond, at least one double covalent bond, it is unsaturated. One enough. One double bond enough. Can I have more? Maybe here got double bond. Boleh ada. To make this, then you need to remove all of this. Can. But what is the minimum? At least one double covalent bond. Or there's another choice. You remove this. you make this into triple covalent bond. Sekurang-kurangnya satu double covalent bond atau triple covalent bond. That is the rule. At least one double or triple covalent bond in the hydrocarbon chain. It becomes unsaturated. The number of hydrogen atom in the chain is lower than maximum. What is the example? If you go to this one, kalau you kira, if I count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This side, I use a different color. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh no, I must count from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. This side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That means I chose the wrong place. Okay. So that means, let me erase this. I'm supposed to use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Here should be double covalent bond. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, this is the correct place. Okay, that means here, 1 minute, let me just redraw this. Okay, if you look at here, sini ada 8. Sebelah sini pun ada 8. Or you want to be more precise, sini ada 7. We don't include the one that has double bond. So that means how many carbon on this side? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That means there's one more inside here. So if you continue, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Why am I telling you all of these numbers? What is the formula of this one? The one I have drawn here, because I've made it a double bond, meaning I need to remove this. Ini sudah tak ada. So how do you write the formula for the one we have now? This is the original one. Now, when you want to write this, here, can I know? This one I need to draw. The two lines I've drawn here. Okay, the two lines I'm drawing now represents what? Represents what? These two lines I'm drawing here. These two lines, what does it represent? Double covalent bond. So if you look, we already have CH3. That means this is already a counter line. Ini sudah ada. CH3 sudah ada. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that means I need to change this to number 7. What do you have after the double bond? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we choose right in the middle. So that means after the double bond also 7. The ending is always COH. This is oleic acid. This is oleic acid. When you take a double bond here, it's oleic acid. That is what I have. I have the picture in the next page, but I'm showing you how to get it. So this is stearic acid. How did I get oleic acid? Right in the middle, I make it double bond, and that's how it looks like if you look at the next page. Oleic acid. How do you write oleic acid? CH3 in bracket CH2 7 dash C double bond C dash in bracket CH2 COOH. How do you write it? So after the 7CH2, double bond carbon, and actually the carbon must have H. So you write CH, CH, in bracket CH2 7 COOH. I'll write it back. I have the formula. Okay, the simplified formula is this. They have less 2 hydrogen. They have less 2 hydrogen. Maybe I do like what I did earlier. So this one, we make it into purple color. Okay, now the long formula. CH3 in bracket CH2 in bracket 7 dash C dash C dash in bracket CH2 7 close bracket 7 COOH. What I can, oh yeah, actually I can just use this as equals. Okay, perfect. Tak payah susah-susah lah tulis macam ini ya. I forgot about the equals to. Okay, now this formula mana dapat? Dari sini. CH3 is this one. CH27 is all of this. That is this one. Now this double bond carbon is this. So now there is a mistake. This must be CH. Because both of these carbon have hydrogen. So we need to show it's CH. So this is the long formula. Ini formula panjang. This is the long formula. CH3, CH2 in bracket 7, dash CH double bond CH, dash CH2 7 COOH. Maybe I put a dash here. You combine all of this. This is the acid. You combine all of this from here until here. That is what you get here, C17H33. Easy way to remember, just minus 2 from here. C17H35. You remove the 2 hydrogen, so this 35 make it 33. If you can remember this long formula, good. Kalau boleh ingat, bagus. Kalau tak, this is good enough for exam. Oleic acid, good enough. The picture is here. I need to fill in these empty spaces. You're going to help me. Maybe Arina, maybe like that. Okay. Unsaturated fatty acid contains at least one double covalent bond. At least one double covalent bond or triple covalent bond between carbon atoms at least one double or triple covalent bonds between carbon atoms in the hydrocarbon chain. Don't forget it's inside the hydrocarbon chain. That one also many students miss. Number of hydrogen atom is not minimum. Banyak student sini maximum, because here maximum, they think the other side is minimum. Common mistake. It's not minimum, it's less than maximum. Less than maximum. Example is the one I have on top here, oleic acid. Oleic acid is palm oil. Oleic acid is palm oil. So just make it smaller and we'll put it here. Triglyceride containing unsaturated fatty acid is usually oil. There is a reason, a liquid, sorry. There is a reason why the liquid, I'll explain after this. Saturated, unsaturated can go up to 6 marks, 5 to 6 marks. They are partial questions. By giving a specific example, compare saturated, unsaturated. This is the answer. So why do we choose oleic acid? It's like a perfect contrast to stearic. Right in the middle, there is double covalent bond. If you see this word, mono unsaturated fatty acid. If we want, I can remove this one also. I can put double covalent bond here. So mono become polyunsaturated. You buy any milk, you later after the class, go and check the milk that your mother is buying or your father is buying. Check the cover. Or any food you are eating, check the wrapping. You'll see the word polyunsaturated. And this is the meaning. They have more than one double, triple covalent bond. Maybe if I want, I can put one more here. I remove this. It's polyunsaturated fatty acid. But the rule, to become unsaturated, minimum one double or triple covalent bond. Before I continue, saturated, unsaturated, done. Specific examples I already explained. Any question? Uy, sudah 10-20 ah. Any question? I get carried away when I'm teaching Form 6. I don't realize time passing by. I enjoy Form 6. Okay. And I don't realize it's already 10. It's almost going to be 10:30. Okay, just remind me next week that I'm supposed to give you a simple reason why it's oil and why it's fat. Triglyceride, nothing much. You just need to take one glycerol, condensation with fatty acid. You get triglyceride. Can I know what is this R before we end the class? This is one fatty acid. What is this R? Oh, no, wait. This is one fatty acid. What is this R? I wrote it earlier. Because this is the acid. Ini acid. So what the R represents? I wrote it earlier. What's the name? Not functional group. Functional group is the carboxylic group. You don't write the R group la. Oi. Obviously it's R group. The R group represents what? Oi. It's STPM. The R group. What is the R group? Only one student have answered so far correctly. Second one. Hang swing. Ini. This whole area here, from here until here, this whole area in the formula is given as R. R dash CO. R dash COOH. COOH is this one. So what is this R? Solving. I typed it out earlier. It's in the answer. Many without that, answer is wrong. Ni tak bagi jawapan ni semua tak boleh balik. Hydrocarbon chain. The R is the hydrocarbon chain. Yeah, I just showed the answer because many are not answering. I want to end the class. I cannot end the class if they don't answer. So I purposely show the answer. I'm showing the answer one more time. But the best part, some students don't even realize that's the answer. That's the best part. Okay. Never mind. Okay. So minggu depan, triglyceride. Something very interesting. Why fat is better than carbohydrate as energy. Then we'll go to lecithin. There is a diagram here, but we'll redraw this next week. Lecithin to finish off lipid. After that, we'll have amino acid. There's a lot of other things, or the cholesterol, a lot of other things to learn. We might even have to do some extra classes to make sure we finish the syllabus. I might have to do extra classes because at the rate we are going, we can't finish the syllabus. So we'll give you later when is the extra classes. We might have to, we have to do to finish the syllabus. See you again. If you have questions, you can ask. If not, see you again next week.